Sarva-Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmiham. Verse 329 onwards, please read. Sankalpam varjaye tasmat sarvanarthasya karanam jivato yasya kaivalyam videhe sacha kevalah yatkinchit pasyato bhedam bhayam brute yajusrutihi yada kada vapi vipaschidesha brahmanyanante pyanumatra vedam pasyatyathamushya bhayam tadaiva yadvikshitam vinnataya pramadat yada kada vapi vipaschidesha brahmanyanante pyanumatra vedam pasyati yathamusya bhayam tadaiva yadvikshitam vinnataya pramadat. Right. So here in these verses we are seeing the importance of contemplation, very conscious abiding in one's own self. The paradox is sometimes people think that they have no time. Then where is the time for contemplation? Where is the time for meditation? Very, very difficult. That's what people think. Very difficult. It is like a person who is cutting the tree with an axe which is very blunt axe, and he is cutting the tree for hours together. The tree is not getting cut, and he says, no time for sharpening the axe. Are you getting the point? He has no time for sharpening the axe because he is very busy cutting the tree. He doesn't understand, if he sharpens the axe, everything will be done so quickly. It is like a man walking in the forest with his eyes tied down. And if you ask him, why don't you open your eyes? No time to open that bandage. He has no time. He is searching for the road, but he has no time for opening the bandage. Exactly same way also human life. People have time to be miserable, time to be complicated, time to be getting into complication, but no time to find the solution. And what is the solution? Solution in themselves. Any time, whatever they are looking for, it's all within the person himself. He is the happiness, he is the bliss, he is everything. And worst thing is having found it, having been convinced, and still telling there is no time to be with myself. There is no time to consciously abide in myself. There is time to be unconsciously angry, time to unconsciously complicate your life, but there is no time to consciously being with yourself. Yesterday somebody was asking me, Swamiji, how will it be possible for me to abide in all the time? I said, the day you decide that you shall be happy forever, your meditation will be absolutely flawless. If you somewhere unconsciously dwelling upon those ideas, somewhere unconsciously you are enjoying those misery, pain, complications. That is why you are holding on to it. I have given you this example. Holding on to this, so many new people are there, just I am giving an example again. In the classes I have told you, see so many times, just see that. I am holding this flower. Now holding this flower, to drop it, is it easier to hold it? Is easier? So but drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. Trying, trying. Oh, it's not dropping. Huh? The flower is not dropping, or I am holding on to it. So which one is easier? To drop the flower is easier, or to hold on to the flower is easier? To hold on to the flower, you have to put forth effort. To drop it, what should you do? I hope it strikes. To drop it, what should you do? But hold it? You have to do something. Because it's not natural to hold on to. To hold on to your memory is not natural. Because if it is natural, what is natural is memory fades away. Unless you keep it going, itself fade away. That is why certain times you, from generation to generations, you must tell the story. As a father, I could not take the revenge, you must take it. Next generation, you must take revenge. You know that the story of revenge continues for generations together. But you have to forget, it's forgotten just like that. Suppose you want to remember something, you are angry with somebody, you want to remember it. You have to continuously talk about it. To forget, what should you do? Forgetting is not an effort. Understand? Forgetting is not an effort. Because thought drops out. And in this self-knowledge, listen carefully, in the self-knowledge, since who you are is not a thought, you cannot forget it. Understand? If it is a thought, you may or may not have it. Like if it's a perception, sometimes it may be there, may not be there. Like this flower is there here. If you look back this way, it is gone. Your home is not now. When you go home, this place will be a dream. When you have come here, you have left your home. But have you left yourself and come? The physical body that you have brought is aging. Even though you are here for 5 days, you will be 5 days old before you go back. Your thoughts are also continuously changing, aging, disappearing. But you cannot change, age, disappear, ever existing all the time with yourself. So if a person sees that all the time, absolutely happy with himself. And he says, at no time, even for a moment, you should not have that forgetfulness. Even for a moment. Because if you forget even for a moment, you shall get into complication. That is why, if you look at your life, you can see, if anywhere, anytime there is complication, that time you have been unconscious. That is, you have forgotten yourself. As I told you, very simple examples, one little statement, how seriously you take. Somebody says you are poor, or you are stupid, or you are fat, or you are lean, or something. Your father is like that, your mother is like something. Somewhere they give a commentary on your relative role or a position. And you take it as an absolute affront, assault on your personality. You forget that a role commented upon doesn't touch the actor. Can you hold on to that? Can you see that? Forget other people assaulting you, other people commenting on you. Time snatches your body. Definitely your neighbor is not quickening your aging. Your neighbor is not making you fat or thin. The time is aging you continuously. And when it goes away, it has to go away. Relative role has to go. It's a commentary on your role, physical body. Now it is aging, now it is young, now it is old, now it is dying. Whereas who you are is ageless, changeless, deathless. So even one moment of unconscious behavior can catch you. That is why when somebody, listen please, by chance it so happens when somebody comments something which is not very palatable, which is not very much sort of acceptable to you, understand that person is your great teacher, because he is your tester, your examiner. Are you getting worked up? Because he is talking something about limited, relative role that you have. So ask yourself that time, am I jumping into that trap of relative role, or I am with myself? If you are with yourself, you will not be affected by it. And if you are with yourself, you can pretend to be affected by it. Choice is yours. That is where your whole living becomes a lovely game. You are continuously playing the role. Continuously playing the role. Never you are affected. But but we have got habits. That is a problem. Habit. Habit is habit means what? Again, that you have to drop it. Do you decide to be happy? Always in meditation is the easiest thing to be. To be in meditation is the easiest thing to be. To be in agitation, you have to organize it. You have to maintain it. Agitation cannot be maintained, very difficult. You try to maintain your unhappiness, you will know how difficult it is. Please try to maintain your unhappiness. Don't allow your mind to forget it. It will go away. It will go away. Forgetfulness happens. It will go away. Like a sound. To maintain the silence, what should you do? In this place to have silence, what should you do? Nothing. To produce a sound, you have to put an instrument, play a record, continuously repeating it. Silence. Do you play a record for silence? There is no record for silence. We have a cassette, silence for cassette. What silence? There is no soundtrack for recording a sound, not for silence. Habit. One day, a little story. Oyster. You know oyster? In which there will be pearl. So this oyster was walking around on the seabed. He was simply walking around. The oyster story. He was walking around. Then as he was walking around, poor thing, he saw a pearl has fallen into the crevices. There is a little stone, and between the two stones, into the little crevices, the pearl has fallen. He said, oh my God, that's great. Now these hunters will come. Anyway, they are looking for pearls. Even though they look for oysters, they are really looking for pearls. Now that there is a pearl, let me pick it up. So he picked it up and put it in a small place on a little something visible, where it is visible. And then he hiding near he went to the crevices, hiding there. The man comes, the diver comes. What is he looking for? By habit. Oyster, not pearl. Because he is looking for oyster. So he takes the oyster and leaves the pearl there and goes. And the pearl falls into crevices again. Because they are used to looking for, looking for the oyster, not the pearl. Like that in habit in life. We are all used to looking for object, not happiness. So even though the happiness is yourself, no, object the. Sensation is the name of the game. Just sensation. Suppose somebody says, please come and be happy. Another person says, come on, let's listen to music. Where shall you go? That's why New Age religion is full of music. In our group, 1 hour chanting, 1 hour singing, 1 hour bhajan, 1 hour dancing, 1 hour this. Why? Those are the things will attract people. Simple happiness, will it attract? Come on, be there and be happy. What? Not be happy. If the person doesn't know, he will not reveal you the happiness. Do you understand that point, please? Artificial things always attract huge attention. Reality has no charm. Which one will enjoy? So Shiva is barking here, our dog here. Suppose he is barking. Will you listen to that? Stand there and listen to that? Or if suppose a man starts barking, you will listen to that. If a man starts barking, imitating a dog, oh boy, there will be competition. Who can bark better? Who can grunt like a pig? Who can sing like a bird? Immediately enjoy. Oh, so nice. What? Artificial sound. And then you throw money also towards that. Now let the dog bark, how much money will throw? Nothing. Why? The dog will do that, Happiness in self is neglected. A sensation from a sound or a touch or a taste or a smell, oof, absolutely exciting. That is why you pay for excitement. Nobody gives for happiness. You pay for excitement, understand, by habit. By habit we are paying for excitements, sensations of every kind. But the person never enjoys that happiness himself because the person is yet to be aware that in any moment of happiness, I am with myself. Please don't take it frivolously. At any moment of happiness, you are with yourself. And whenever you are with yourself, you are happy. These things you have taken in the very beginning classes. Please appreciate it very, very clearly. When you listen to music, if it helps in suspending all your thoughts, and you are so moved, what do you say? Oh, it's so beautiful. You know what is beautiful? Not the music. At that moment, you are beautiful with yourself. Everything else is suspended. You are being with yourself. Like that everywhere. You are talking to somebody. You are being with somebody. Whom do you love? In whose presence no conflict is invoked. No other thoughts are invoked. Comfortable. Oh, whenever I am with him or her, always I am with myself. Yes. You go to the temple. Why do you close your eyes? Eyes get closed. You return to yourself. God is not only there in a statue, in yourself. So any moment of happiness, you are with yourself. But by habit, we look for a sensation. So that is why unconsciously, please understand, unconsciously, the moment you sit down, unconsciously, if it so happens, you are carried on by a thought, either you are carried on by a statement, it can come from outside, a thought can be triggered, or a thought comes by itself and you are not aware of its arrival. Either of the way, you can lose yourself in the projection. Unconsciously, you get yourself hooked into that. And that is what, the moment you forget yourself, you get into unhappiness because you see the difference between yourself and the world as though that something will make me happy. Now who I am and who that is, everything one and the same. Okay, then he further comments, how does this unhappiness begins? Yada kada vapi vipaschidesha brahmanyanante piyanumatra vedam pasyati yatha amusya bhayam tadaiva tadvikshitam bhinnataya pramadat. Vipaschit. Esha vipaschit. This vipaschit means one who is smart, vidwan, wise, learned, discriminative person, vipaschit. Such a person, yada kadapi, somewhere, sometime, whenever, yada kadapi, whenever, brahmani anante anumatra bhedam pasyati. Pasyati, if he sees anante brahmani, in the endless consciousness, all pervasiveness, which is which is in and through everything, one and the same, one singular existence, in that anumatra bhedam pasyati. He sees a tiny difference. between the seer and the seen, he shall get into the trap. Please understand. I want something for its own sake is not a problem. I want something for happiness sake becomes a problem. That is why kamya karma becomes a bondage. Nishkama karma is easy. Are you getting that? Kamya karma is a bondage. Karma is not a bondage. Are you getting that? Please understand that point. Karma, no action is a bondage. Action is beautiful. You must know how to act. Action is never a bondage. Though the people, those who do not understand, they shall go on condemning action. No, don't condemn action. Actor is wrong. Action is not. Are you getting that point? There is nothing called a wrong action. Any action, you can see that any action, it depends on the individual. Just like, you can take it. There is a gun. Gun is good or bad? If you pick up the gun, suppose there is somebody coming towards you like a vicious animal is coming, it will eat you up. Whoosh. Bah. Saved your life, saved everybody's life. Good. Now just you go and hold up somebody's car or somebody and shoot him down. The gun is criminal, or the person who is using the gun is criminal. A knife is good or bad? You can cut vegetable, good action. Cut a throat, criminal action. The knife is not punished, you are punished. Are you getting that point, please? Action by itself is neither good nor bad. Same thing, understand? Same thing done by a soldier, kills somebody. What do? Paramavira Chakra, Victoria Cross, Purple Heart. Country's highest medal is given. 100 people who killed in the border. Same fellow comes home. Somebody does something wrong, he gives a one slap and the other person dies. They hang him. Can he say, 100 people I killed, you gave me Paramavira Chakra, and one fellow only you are hanging me? Can you say that? Because they are the country was killing. Here you are killing. Killing is good or bad? Are you getting that point? By itself, nothing is good or bad. Depends who does it. So karma is not a problem. Kamya karma. Which action becomes a bondage? If I am looking for a happiness from the result of action, that action becomes a bondage. Same thing, a thought is not a bondage. Kamana is a bondage. Are you getting that? A thought is not a bondage. But a thought with an element of need. If I get this, if I express the thought into action, I will be happy. That thought will make you miserable. Why? Because the result of the action will not make you happy or unhappy. In the object there is no happiness. It's all in yourself. That is why kamya karma destroys you. So if you see that difference, if you look for happiness anywhere, you become trapped. You are in bondage. Anante brahmani anumatra bhedam pasyati. That time the person is affected. Atha amusya bhayam tadeva. So this is the bhaya, fear of the person, average man. Why is he afraid? Because what he is gaining he shall lose. If your happiness depends upon an object, object goes away, happiness goes away. That is why people feel insecure, frightened in life. Whereas if you discover the happiness in yourself, there is no question of losing it at any time. Therefore there is no fear. If my idea is, when the dehe pushte aham pushta, If the body is nourished, I am nourished. Dehe naste aham nasta. Body is going, I am going. You shall be frightened of the old age and the disease of the body. Taking care of the body for body's sake. I have a body, it has to be taken care of. Like I have a car, it has to be taken care of. Maintaining a car. It's a vehicle. You must maintain that vehicle. Why? Because the vehicle helps you reach destination, not happiness. Happiness is not a destination. Are you getting that point, please? Happiness is not a destination. That is your nature. But not recognizing that, what have you done? We have made a destination. I'm looking for happiness. Yourself is not a destination. Are you getting that point, please? Happiness, self, love, freedom, whatever language you say, those are not destination. But if you are looking for happiness, you are already creating the distance. Are you getting that? If you are looking for freedom, you are already creating a distance. That is why the person is disappointed in life. Because the moment you look for it, you deny that you are the happiness itself. Just like the person, you know the story. It is not a story, it's big. It's very simple. Come out. Oh, okay. You know, it's all fallen off. Don't worry. Anyway, just for an example, you can take it. People read their glasses like this, then they'll put it up and listen. While reading the book, they're holding this. And after the reading is over, put it up and smell. And then, when again the class begins and the verse is reading, now suddenly tremendous memory. You know, a person forgets that it is here. So what is it? Looking for. Oh, what is my... Now naturally the person who is near him, what happened? What are you looking for? Where is my specs? Just now I finished reading. If the person is funny, what should he say? Oh, I am also looking for the same thing. Right? He is the owner of the specs. You understand the point? He is the owner of the specs. But he is not looking for it. The moment the owner looks for it, he denies he is the owner. The moment you look for happiness, you deny that you are the happiness. That is why that point is all anyway seen on the elaborately. But see, having seen the truth, that is why when you forget, you by habit you jump into the thought and you try to fight out a thought, remove a thought in order to be happy. I must change the situation, then only I can be happy. You change the situation to be comfortable. When you are driving in a car on a highway, there is a huge traffic. Did you cause the traffic? No, it is there. So, wait. Why? When it goes away, travel will be smooth. But don't there be fretting, agitating, getting out of the car, shooting somebody. You know, people do that, all that nonsense. Why? Because they are already in the other place. So the road is a prison. The car was going 100 kilometers per hour. And still the distance is another 20-30 kilometers. And the person says to the passenger, look, this is too slow. He said, look, I am going 100 kilometers per hour. Driving is not slow. Your mind is moving faster. Are you getting that? Your mind is moving faster, so fast that nothing is enough for you. So that is why you see that for yourself again and again. Okay? So, yad vikhitam bhinnataya pramadat. So because of that pramadat, because of your forgetfulness, knowing that you are the happiness, when you start looking for happiness outside, either in the object or in a thought, that time you are miserable. So what should I do? Read. Shruti smruti nyaya satir nishidhe drushyetraya swatmamatim karoti upaiti dukkho paridukkham dukkha jatam nishidha karta samali mlucho yatha Shruti smriti nyaya satir nishidhe Drusyetra yasvatmamatim karoti Upaiti dukkho paridukha jatam Nishidha karta samalim lucho yatha. Right, please see. Why does it again? Because he goes on talking about this forgetfulness. Huh? You can see for yourself in a day how long you are being conscious, how long you are within yourself, and when do you forget yourself. You can see for yourself. Nobody else can see it for you. It is like whether you are sleeping or pretending to be asleep, who will know? Only you can know. Others will not know. Because for others, closing the eyes is not sleeping. You might have closed the eyes, but are you sleeping or not sleeping? Only you know. Others will never know. Please understand. You are closing the eyes. Are you in meditation or in agitation? Who knows? Only you know. But the average person, what does he think? Oh, he's in meditation, you know. If the person is cynic, sleeping fellows. It depends on. Suppose you are a believer, whoever closes the eyes, oh, he's in meditation. Lazy ones, simply sleeping, nonsense. Now which one is truth? Only you shall know. Because closing the eyes by itself is not meditation. Opening the eyes is not agitation. Opening the eyes is not agitation. Closing the eyes is not meditation. Meditation is your nature. That is why it has to be so clearly seen. Meditation is not a physical posture. If you equate physical posture with meditation, it's just like telling, just because somebody is singing a bhajan, what do you call very religious person? In a bhajana sandhya, the fellow is giving a huge performance. After the bhajan is over, the night ends with a peg. A devotee of alcohol. Great devotee. Just think of it. Great, bhajan, very, very bhakta. You understand? Please. Stop. So just because somebody is closing the eyes, you don't know whether it is meditation, agitation. Same thing. You only know for yourself how long you are conscious. Are you consciously behaving or unconsciously behaving? That is why you do it for yourself, not for somebody's sake. Your meditation is not for somebody's sake. Your meditation is for your sake. Sometimes people, immature people, they try to impress others by sitting down quietly. They will be sitting down talking like this. When they see somebody is coming, immediately close the eyes. Why? They want to impress somebody that they are in meditation. That's nuts. You don't have to pretend those things. You have to see it for yourself. And it is so simple. But this obvious thing we miss. Like a dog one day, there was a person who had a dog. And he took the dog for hunting. And this fellow shot at these ducks. 3-4 ducks died. So he whistles the dog and directs, shh, go. The dog starts walking on the water, picks up and comes back. The fellow is stunned. What is this dog walking on the water and bringing the ducks? He couldn't believe it. Again he shot, another 4 or 5. Again the dog goes And again the dog picks up 4-5 and comes back. He can't believe his eyes. Then calls the fellow hunter. Hey, you come here. And another 2 is dead. He goes there and he walks in, walks on the water, brings the 2 and come back. Then he asks the other fellow, hey, do you see anything funny? He said, yes. This son of a gun, he talks a dog, this dog doesn't know how to swim. Because we are so much used to expecting a particular thing. That the dog means he must swim. That is walking, is useless fellow. Same thing in life. We are so used to unhappiness, misery and other things. By chance somebody is happy, we don't say he's happy. Oh, he's not unhappy for some time. Please, it's a huge habit. Consciously you must always be aware of yourself. Why it's so? Shruti, Smruti, Nyaya Shataihi Nishiddhe, Drushye, Ya Swatmamatim Karoti, Nishiddhe Drushye. In the Drushyam Jagat, in the perceptible universe, listen carefully, in the universe which is perceived, objectified. When you say perceived, objectified, is not only the physical universe outside, the stars, planets, creation, the whole space, not only that, but your body also is drushyam. Your thoughts are also drushyam. In this drushya jagati, in this perceived creation, when you say, it is not only the perceived creation, gross universe outside, but also the intangible thoughts within, drushyam. It comes under your perception. Your thought cannot be seen by others. Good for that. But your thoughts can be seen by you. In this drushyam jagat, which is nasya, yat yat drushyam, tat tat nashyam. That is a principle. Yat yat drushyam. Anything that is subject to objectification, nashyam, subject to cancellation. It shall die. Anything that is seen will be subject to cancellation. You see the creation continuously changing. Morning till morning, the whole scenario is changing. Your physical body, drushyam, nasyam, you see it, body also continuously changing. Your thoughts, again your eyes, they perceive, eyes also continuously aging. Your thoughts continuously changing. There is one thing which never changes is drashta, the seer. Natu drushyate, it is never seen. Consciousness cannot be objectified. It is the subject. It cannot be objectified. You are it. Aham pratyaya gochara. Aham padartha ahamadi sakshi. It comes in this. Aham pada artha. That is the meaning of the word I, which witnesses the word I. This is one thing. That's why you take one statement, contemplate and see the truth of it. Aham pada artha. The meaning of the word I is the witness of the word I. The meaning of the word silence accommodates the sound of the name called silence. Silence is a name. Silence is a word. Silence, the word, is a sound. What it stands for is not a sound. Can you see that for yourself? Sakshi. So, Shruti, Smruti, all the scriptures, Vedas, Upanishads, and Smruti Granthas, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Gita, all these things. Nyaya sataihi, with hundreds of logic, employing hundreds of logic, like Drigdrishya Viveka, seer is not the seen, Drishyam Nasyam, hundreds of logic. Nishidhe, Drishya Nishidhe, they deny that all that you see is not yourself. Seer is not the seen. You see the donkey. Are you a donkey? Think. You see a donkey. Are you a donkey? Definitely not. Whatever you see, you are not. You see your body. You are conscious of your eyes. You are conscious of your thought. First, who you are is consciousness. Then only you are conscious of a thought. Are you getting that point, please? Do you understand that logic? Long before you are conscious of a thought, first you must be conscious. Then only you can be conscious of a thought. Are you getting that point, please? Come on. Are you seeing now? With your eyes. Are you seeing now? You are seeing. The flower came up within the range of your sight. Does this flower give you the capacity to see? Seeing was continuing. Flower came. Flower gone. Seeing continues. Are you conscious of your thought? Yes. Thought comes, thought goes. You are still. Are you getting that point, please? So that's something nobody can take away. So who you are is not what you see, what you are conscious of. So hundreds of logic they employ, Shruti, Smruti, with your Anubhav, taking into account your own experience also. But even then, in this Drishyam Jagat, Ya Atmamatim Karoti, one who takes the Drishya as himself, Drishya the Drashta. I see the body, I am the body. I see the money, riches, I am the riches, I am rich. The thought comes up, I am the thought. Drishya mati Atmamatim Karoti, one who takes what he sees to be himself, such a person, what will happen to him? Upaiti dukkha pari dukkham. On the sorrow, sorrow will be compounding. You will be more and more miserable. Why? Because you are dragging the limitation of the Drishyam Jagat onto yourself. When you say, I am the body, poor body does not resist. But you drag the limitation of the body onto yourself. Body is aging, I am aging. Body is dying, I am dying. Body is young, I am young. 100-acre land, rich. 2-acre land, poor. Land gone, landless. Engineering thought, engineer. Medicine thought, doctor. Legal thoughts, lawyer. Account thoughts, accountant. Music thoughts, musician. Shastri thoughts, shastri. And the moment you take a role on yourself, that to take the role to be yourself, then whatever is the limitation of role, and role means limited. Are you getting that point? Role means limited. If you are an engineer, you are not a doctor. If you are a civil engineer, not an electrical engineer. If you are rich, you are not poor or richer. So everything has its limitation. And therefore you are continuously affected by it. Whereas, so if what will happen? Such a person. So when the Shastra thus says, as to the Drishyam Jagat, all that you see, the thoughts, the sense organ, body, you are not. Nishedhe. Even though it does Nishedha, if you still disobey these Nishedha, disobey these injunctions, that look, it's not an injunction, it's a revelation, that you are not this. But if you take that to be yourself, you suffer. Ajivin Nishiddha karta chamalim lucho yatha. One who does prohibited action, he suffers in life. You should not commit theft. You steal somebody's thing. You are in misery. You should not drink dirty water. You drink it. You are diseased. Kalanjam na bhakshayet. Don't eat meat. Suram na pivet. Don't drink alcohol. You do it. You are alcoholic. Don't smoke. You smoke it. You have got cancer. So nishiddha karta malimlucho yatha. Whatever is prohibited. Government, private. Trespassing not permitted. Trespassers will be persecuted. You go into that nishiddha area, you shall be punished. So beautifully the scripture tells you, don't be limited, be limitless. Should you break that law? Just think of it. I told you, should you break that law or you should uphold that law? You don't have to even look for that denial. Is it necessary for me to listen to somebody to say, hey, I should not be unhappy? And when by chance somebody points it out to you and says, you should be happy, do not identify with these things. Is it necessary to wait for somebody's injunction? Yes, I am the happiness itself. And by chance you disobey these injunctions, what will happen to you? Malimlucho yatha. Just like a thief always suffers. A thief always suffers. Whenever you are not supposed to do something, if you do it, you are miserable. Don't touch the fire, you touch the fire. What happens to you? You get burnt. You don't know swimming, don't get into water. You get into water, you suffer. Same thing. This body is limited. Don't identify the body. No, I'll identify. Suffer. Don't identify with your mind. Identify. Suffer. You understand? Who brings the suffering onto himself? You bring onto yourself. Appreciate. A child doesn't know. That is why child is ignorant. That you are ignorant is not a crime. That you want to remain ignorant is a crime. Are you getting that point? That you are ignorant is not a crime. What is wrong with that? You are ignorant. So what? Everybody is born ignorant. That is why the person who is wise is not proud. Why? At one time he was ignorant. So where he is, understand, where the other people are, there he was. Where he is, others will be. So what is to be proud of? As a young man, you don't have to be proud. Why? The old was also young. What has happened to him now? He is old now. One day you will also be old, don't worry. Don't be proud in relation to children. Small fellow, you are also small. What he is, you are. Who you are, he will be. Are you getting that point, please? Any time you can take the example. There is absolutely no reason to be proud in life. Absolutely no reason. Why? Because who you are is everybody's same thing. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the Brahman, I am the Absolute. Everybody is same thing. Don't say, teacher says Aham Brahmasmi, the teacher must be Brahman. He is yourself. Aham Brahmasmi, I am the Absolute. When the teacher says that, it revealed to you. You must take it for yourself. Not like that Sardar. Sardar, there was a big conference going on in Delhi. Okay? The conference is to find out why all the jokes are in their name. So many Sardars from around the world coming. So that day, heavy traffic, taxi traffic to the hotel where the conference is held on. So everybody is coming. So then one taxi driver who was not a Sardar, he asked, why all of you guys are coming today? What is happening? Oh, there is a conference going on. Where? In Delhi hotel. Why? What is happening? Oh, we are finding out as to why all the jokes are in our name. People laugh at us that we are stupid. He said, very simple. You tell me. Give an answer to a question. Yes. In my family, there are 3 people. One is me. One is my wife. Other is my daughter. Who is the third one? Very difficult question. So Sardar thinks for a while and says, maybe your father? He says, no. Maybe your grandfather? No. Uncle? He said, look, this is why all the jokes are in our name. If in my family there are 3 members, one is my wife, other is my daughter, third person is me. Yeah, you are right. Oh, he was so excited, he has found the answer. So he goes to the hotel, dumps the luggage, no bath, nothing, jumps into the conference hall. Already meeting has started, he was delayed, his flight is delayed, Air India, his flight is delayed. So he comes. And then comes to the conference hall and says, stop, everybody stop. You know why all the jokes are in our name? Yeah, I'll answer the question. Yes. In my family, there are 3 people. One is my wife, other is my daughter. Who is the third person? All these others were stunned. Intelligent question. Immediately, some of them said, maybe your father? He says, no. Grandfather? No. Uncle? He said, nonsense. The fellows who are the hotel boys, those who are serving, they are not supposed to interfere with what is going on there. But they somehow could not keep quiet with a silly question, silly answers. Then he said, what, sir? What is this you are talking? When you are saying that his family, there are 3 people, one is his wife, other is daughter, naturally he is the third person. Everybody, Sardar, said, oh really? This Sardar who was asking the question said, no. Then who? Taxi driver. Because he said, I am the third, no? So like that. Who is Brahman? Teacher. Why? Teacher said, Aham Brahmasmi. Then you learned rubbish. Are you getting that point? No, when he says, I am the happiness, everybody's I. Whoever, whatever says. Who are you? So who I am, who you are, who everybody is, one is the ultimate socialism, you understand? No scripture in the universe, nobody understand, nothing ever describes this so beautifully. It's a human vision, absolutely human, universal dimension. That is why to name it Hinduism is a wrong thing, because the word Hindu doesn't come in the whole scripture. It's a universal, just like your medical science. When you talk about how many bones you have, 208. Otherwise, no. In America they have 209. Americans have 1 bone extra. Australians 207. North Pole they have some 20 extra because difficult life, Human body 208. You open a body, same kidney, same pancreas, same heart, everything is same. You open one body, you open everybody. Mind is like that. You open one mind, you open everybody's mind. Emotions about your identity. Therefore, when hundreds of the Shruti, Smruti, all these scriptures, with hundreds of logic, they tell you, you are not that. Why are you Swatmamatim Karoti? Why are you taking that to be yourself? Forget it. Be yourself. Sankara says at one point very nicely, nobody has told you you are bound and you are suffering the bondage. Shruti, Smruti, scriptures, teachers, they come and roar on your eye, in your ear. Hey, you are free. Satchidananda Rupoham. Absolute bliss, everything. And you are not listening to it. Nobody has told you are bound. When you are happily bound, happily dying, happily miserable, suffering it, and somebody tells you are happiness and you are not listening to it, what is this? But that is what it is. What to do? It's a huge conditioning, delusion, obsession. Like ideas like, when you study, man is mortal, everybody gets it by heart. Man is mortal. Man is mortal, body is mortal. I am not the body. So that is immortal. But that, see, the language, this language is not popular. English is popular. Suppose Sanskrit becomes popular, there will be a different world. Why? The ideas that are there in this language, amazing. Not that therefore English is bad or other languages are bad. It's not like that. Whatever the thoughts are there, if you can pick it up, and everybody knows about it, it is so beautiful. And especially for yourself, every moment you must see that. So if you don't do it, and you take the nishedha, whatever the scripture tells you not to do, that body is not yourself, and if you take yourself to the body, you shall suffer the limitation. You will be unhappy, miserable. So what should I do? Read. Satya visandhana rato vimuktaha mahatvamatmiyamupayiti nityam mithya visandhana ratastu nashyet drustam tadetad acharo charo yaha satya visandhana rato vimuktaha mahatvamatmiyamupayiti nityam mithya visandhana ratastu nashyet drustam tadetad achaura chorayoho. Right. So he says, very simple verses. Satya visandhana rata vimuktaha. Who is free? Satya avisandhana rataha vimuktaha. One who is abiding in the truth. Satya avisandhana. Searching for truth, seeking the truth, finding the truth. Such a person is muktaha. Understand? Avisandhana, when you say that, it's not really seeking. One who seeks means seeks, finds. Seeking does not make you free. It's a right direction. Are you getting it? The direction is right. There will be hope of your liberation. But one who finds this truth in himself is liberated, muktaha. Why? Mahatvam atmiyam upayiti nityam. Nityam atmiyam mahatvam upayiti. Owns up one's own greatness. A greatness which is not dependent on anything. Swe mahimni tishtati. Existing in its own glory, like the fire. Just think of it. The water is hot in the pot because the pot is hot. The pot is hot because the fire underneath is hot. Fire is hot because you are hot. Can you say that? The fire is hot because fire is hot. There is no reason. Perceptible, visible universe is visible because your body is there. Body is visible because the eyes are there. Eyes are visible because the thought is there. Thought is visible because I thought is there. I thought also is visible because don't say consciousness is there. That becomes another thought. Consciousness is there because consciousness is there. Conscious of the world because eyes are conscious, body is conscious. Body is conscious because eyes are conscious. Eyes are conscious because thought is behind. Thought is conscious because you are conscious thought because I thought. I thought you are conscious because you are. You are conscious because you are conscious. Swe mahimni tishtati. Existing in its own glory. It doesn't depend upon something. That is why drushyam nasyam. What you see can go away. The seer never goes. Our relationship depends upon seen. My mother, my husband, my wife, my child, my friend, my job, my money, it will go, go, go. Why? Nasyam, nasyam, nasyam. Drushya means nasyam. So with the perishable, you want to strike an imperishable relationship. How is it possible? Are you getting that point? With a perishable, with an ever-changing thing, you want to strike a changeless relationship. With an ever-changing thing, you are trying to strike an everlasting relationship. Will it be possible? Because you are expecting an everlasting relationship with an ever-changing thing, you are thoroughly disappointed. Oh, it is gone. What it is gone? It is continuously going. When the sperm meet egg, death begins. Changes, 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 changes. Now the body has come. Now it is growing, growing, growing. So it is gone. Finish. So who you are is Swe Mahimni, existing in its own glory. Doesn't depend upon anything for its existence. Okay? Whereas Mithya Visandhana Ratastu Nasyet. Mithya Visandhana Rata Nasyet. One who is holding on to Mithya Visandhana. Mithya, this creation which is continuously changing. There is no reality about it. What happens? If you hold on to the ever-changing thing, what will happen to you? You shall also change and die. Does it need an Einstein to understand this? Huh? Any simple mind will appreciate this. Please, that point you must see, very, very simple. That is why this knowledge is so simple. Accepting the limitation of the body for what it is. Be the changeless, live with the changes. Meditation, wisdom. Forget the changeless, be with the changes, dying, miserable. Like, he gives an example, Drushtam, tade tadyat achora chorayoho, like chora and achora. A sadhu and a chora, honest man, dishonest man. The person is honest. Hold on to what is own thing. He is rewarded. The person is thief, stealing somebody's thing, right? Listen carefully. Who is a sadhu? Who doesn't steal somebody's thing, right? If you are stealing the nature of the body to yourself, are you a sadhu or a chora? Are you getting that point? The limitation belongs to the body, and you are stealing the limitation of the body into yourself. So beautiful. Who is a thief? Who takes away other things? Others think as his. And that is why you suffer. If you hold on to the body as yourself, you will suffer. And if you are an honest person, I am being myself. What is the suffering? Honest person, I am being myself. Who am I? Satchidananda Swarupoham. I am the Absolute. So which one is easy to maintain? Theft or honesty? Are you getting that point? Honesty is easy to maintain. Theft is nowhere near. Okay. So you want to be a thief or you want to be honest? So sweet, huh? Please think. And what is honest about the body? That the body is dying is the true picture of the body. What is the wrong picture of the body? Hoping that the body shall never die. Youth shall never perish. Things will never be lost. That is the wrong picture. Secular picture. You get the power, everything will be fine. You are the first one to get power. Huh? Whatever you are hold on to, if that something is breaking, understand, it's like you cannot survive. You are floating in the water. You hold on to the branch of a tree and that branch is breaking. Can you be steady? You want to escape the death and therefore holding on to the body. Can you escape? Holding on to a dying body, can you escape death? Holding on to a dying thought, can you escape death? Holding on to everything that is changing, can you escape changes? And being the changeless, can you be affected by changes? Always. So, here the problem is not about changing adding something to the changing body, trying to make the changing body changeless. Here the beauty is, see the changeless, live with changes. You understand how beautiful it is? So nobody tells you to deny your body, negate your body, neglect your creation. No. You have this beautiful creation. Learn how to enjoy it. How do you enjoy? Happy with yourself, happily move out in the creation. Forget yourself, miserable you shall be. Therefore, pramadana kartabhya, never ever be forgetful. So what shall I do? Read that, we shall see. Maybe tomorrow. It's beautiful verses. It comes like that. Wonderful verses will come. Yati rasadanu sandhim bandhahe tumbihaye swayamahamahamasmiti atmadrushtyaiva tishthet sukhayati nanunishtham brahmani swanubhutya harati paramavidya karya dukkham pratitam yatirasad sandhim vandahetum vihaya swayamayamasmi atmadrushtyaiva tishthet sukhayati nanunishtham brahmani swanubhutya harati paramavidya karya dukkham pratitam. So beautiful these verses, this comes the absolute celebration of the vision. When you are happy with yourself, this is the type of stuff you will talk and write. Today it's all right, because you have to write about human misery, suffering, pain, also you must write, because most people are lost in that. But there must be a song of hope. There must be some music of bliss. But all the time, misery, misery, misery. Scriptures also full of denials and denials and denials. Austerities and don'ts and don'ts and don'ts. Already life itself is a pain. Now the scripture adds much more pain and much more guilt. It is such a headache. Such a headache. Think of it. Where is the pleasure? Where is the happiness? This is pure celebration. You know that? And you have to celebrate life not because the book says so. Look at that boy. See? Oh, wow. He is happily, now he is dancing away. Now for whom he is dancing? He is enjoying himself. He has no conflict, no ignorance, nothing. He is just dancing. Human beings have forgotten. And by chance you are dancing, you are planning to destroy somebody else. or you become a slave of the dancing. Slave of the club, slave of the music, slave of the group. That is where, that is where you cannot make a group out of a truth. In our group, hey, truth doesn't belong to a group. Truth is an universal phenomenon. The moment you make it a groupy thing, it becomes useless. Are you getting that? You are limiting. Who you are, who I am, who is, everybody is same. That is why don't classify. That is why this tradition has no name. Hindu is not a name tradition given in the scriptures. It is Sanatana. Sanatana means eternally fresh. Who should know it? Anybody. Yaha. It uses a common pronoun. Yaha. Yakaschit. Whoever he may be. If you know this truth, you are free. It doesn't say Yakaschit Bharatiya. Only that Indian or that man or woman. Any man, any woman. Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Duragam. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Dosha, Varjitam. Free from Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Nama, Rupa, caste, sex, creed, race, nationality, religion, belief, disbelief. Don't worry. Swamiji, I am a non-believer. Can I understand? Yes, we are not interested in your disbelief. We are interested in you. Am I a believer? Can I grasp it? We are not interested in your belief. We are interested in you. Like one day a sadhu was walking down the road. And then he was thirsty, so he reached near he was very thirsty, so he reached near one, well. And he reached near the well, he was asked, hey, can I have some water? The girl who was taking the water, he told, what is this? I am an untouchable. How can I give you water? He said, Mother, I asked you water, not your caste. I asked water from you. I didn't ask your caste. Universal stuff. Truth is same for everybody. At no time you should make a group out of it, anybody. So one who sees this, we just see tomorrow. What is time now? Already that is over. Arey, you should tell me, I have forgotten to see it. Okay, don't worry. We'll see that tomorrow. Okay? See, Yati, this is something so universal, so beautiful. You see it very clearly. And then, whoever sees it, for him, life will be a celebration. You want to celebrate? Make your life celebration. Understand yourself. No, I want to be suffering. Don't worry about it. It will automatically happen. For suffering, you don't have to learn. Close your eyes.